This video is for all of my black girls with natural hair that is high porosity. I haven't forgotten about y'all. I talk about low porosity hair all the time, but it's time that I gave you guys the shout out that you deserve because y'all are walking around with hair that absorbs water beautifully and you have the conditioner in it and you're like, why can't my hair stay like this? You see it has all those gorgeous curls, the ringlets. Why can't it stay like this? Because once it dries, it's dry, it's frizzy, and you're just like, where am I going wrong? Well, I am going to tell you what's happening. First, high porosity hair is hair that absorbs water quickly, but it does not retain water. And that could be either you have cracks in your cuticle, and that happens from over processing, that comes from damage. It also comes from everyday wear and tear. Or you have naturally high porosity hair, so your cuticles stay lifted, they may not smooth back down, or your cuticles just might be what chemists would call disordered. There's nothing disorderly about you. It's just how it naturally is. So what you want to do when your hair is high porosity is that you want to use products that's more emollient rich. Emollients are your oils and your butters. This is what basically coats the strands of your hair and temporarily fills in any of those holes, helps to smooth down the cuticle so that your hair can retain that moisture and it doesn't become dry. Now, when I went blonde and also at time that I over processed my hair, this was the issue that I had where my hair was absorbing it, but then it felt dry like hay by the end of the day or the next day. So that's when you have to like switch things up. So perhaps you may have had low to medium porosity hair and then you colored it. That's also going to change the porosity of your hair. Maybe you have heat damage. That's going to change the porosity of your hair. So pay attention to your hair. There are so many different reasons and ways that your hair can be high porosity. It can naturally be like that, or it can change. So here's what your routine should look like if this sounds like you. Like I mentioned, you want to switch or start using more emollient-rich, thicker products, starting with shampoo. Okay, this isn't that rich, thicker product, but definitely want to make sure you are shampooing your hair. That's always important. You want to make sure that you're always cleansing your hair. And this is the shampoo bar. It is gentle on the hair. So even though it is a detoxifying, cleansing shampoo, it's not going to strip your hair and make it feel dry. But you always want to have squeaky clean hair. And then for your conditioner, there is the Restoring Hair Treatment. The Restoring Hair Treatment has avocado butter, shea butter, tamanu oil, and olive oil are the main ingredients. So these are oils that's going to penetrate to help strengthen your hair, and butters that's going to help to start smoothing down the cuticle. Keep that in mind because I say that a lot. Where people say, oh, your cuticles open and close, they actually don't open and close. They lift to absorb moisture and then they smooth to lock in moisture. That's technically more accurate. So cuticle smoothing. So you want to start working with emollient-rich. And you may use the Restoring Hair Treatment as a deep conditioner as needed. So maybe you feel like you need to do this once a month. Maybe you have to do it once a week because your hair is severely dry. And once you start to realize, okay, my hair is feeling better, then maybe you'll switch to once a month. But think of deep conditioning as like the vitamins or the antibiotics, right? It's a course of action as needed. You can use this weekly as your rinse out conditioner. You definitely want something that's emollient rich. And then leave in. What is your leave in? What should it look like? That is the sealing hair butter. The sealing hair butter is super rich, super creamy. Think cake frosting. That is just how thick it is, but it's not greasy. That's the crazy part, to have something so thick and rich that isn't greasy. And this is going to help your hair to hold that moisture in. This is the stuff that keeps your hair from drying out until your next wash day. You want to use this, you can use it by itself, you can use it for twists, braids. If you like your curls to be super defined, then you would layer a gel like the Get Set Hair Jelly, or if you have your favorite mousse, over that. But you always want to use an emollient-rich cream, and that is the sealing hair butter. So your routine, again, should consist of cleansing and then emollient-rich conditioners, leave-ins, hair masks, as well as your leave-ins should also be ultra, ultra rich. And as usual, I always say, heat dry your hair, never air dry. And I know some people say, but my hair dries in like 10 minutes. You know what? Do what you feel works best for you, but I always recommend heat drying over air drying. Please, if you follow these tips, come back and let me know how your hair is thriving.